All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at some of the headlines to deal with this morning. MM,
Hi.
you are not here. How are you? Good morning.
I'm good. Good morning.
All right, so let's see. Let's start with Punch here. And post-subsidy talks, Labour threatens indefinite strike, gives 1 week ultimatum. The riders underneath that headline, giving a bag of rice to 12 people, 100 million naira to each lawmaker, insulting. Government has absconded from negotiation table, fails to meet workers' demand, says the NLC. Somebody I just want to mention on this here. If, and I think that's the thing I've been chorusing all through, it's not only the people that should cut down and bear the brunt.
Of course.
The people cannot be bearing the brunt. And they have leadership increasing.
You need to set an example.
That
because
is where,
on what ground are you telling us that you are going to increase as the standard of living, and yet it doesn't apply to you?
So that's just it. If the people see that it touch everybody.
Exactly.
You know, especially when we heard about that increase that was coming, and then things are coming down here.
It's not even a matter of people see, right? It's a matter of responsibility. If you've been put in charge of a particular sector and the sector is failing, you can't sit down and still be okay collecting everything you are collecting, and then the sector you're in charge of is failing. You do everything in your power, including put your personal finances to sort the issues out.
Yeah, we have to find a way to...
You're talking of producers.
Pushing.
All right, but just one there. This is quite a very sad one. The infamous Otedola Bridge has come again.
Yeah.
One dies as truck crashes on Lagos Bridge. It's not so far from us here.
Yeah, that cost...
Maybe we should have more security or traffic officials on that bridge steady. Maybe they should just stay there because there's something about the bridge. Maybe I don't know.
Is it them? They want to hold the bridge.
Yeah, but then
not to hold the bridge. So maybe I think people are just coming in from outside
of Lagos. Yeah.
And you know that when you are traveling on the highway, there's the way you drive. You understand? So you are still thinking that it's still highway. So I don't know. So I just feel like
it's more about the infrastructure, right? Making sure that the infrastructures are right. You know how heavily plied that road is. So you need to know that whatever bridge you are mounting there needs to literally be able to hold or absorb or accommodate the amount of traffic that goes that way.
I think
whether the people drive or they don't drive doesn't necessarily affect anything to me.
Okay.
Even still going back on responsibility, because it was a truck that fell off.
Yes.
And the truck was loaded. So you can imagine the pressure.
All right, let's take a look at The Guardian. And Obaze panel hunts conspirators in alleged 7 trillion naira frauds linked to Emefiele. Wow, 7 trillion naira. Wow. Some people cannot write it out. Like, how do you write it out? Wow. Bandits sack 15 communities in Taraba and Monarch laments. UBA records 37% growth, post 404 billion naira PBT in H1. That's talking about the first half. MTN laments vandalization of sites, infrastructure orders in Southeast. Like we said, there was a video, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, of some people who were vandalizing a bus full of
some supplies.
Supplies, and it wasn't meant for. So I don't know whether they said they felt it was palliatives, and look, these things will rise.
Yeah, it will.
People are
hungry
and all of that. So now it go touch everybody. We need to find a way to ensure that this kind of things don't happen. Petrol diesel cost may soar as oil prices rise amid tighter supply. 2 years after cargo movement begins on Apapa Ibadan, $1.5 billion rail line. Talking about the rail line, you saw the video of people who were rushing into the Metro Blue Line. Yeah. And all of that. We're expecting the red line quite soon. And from what I saw, it will definitely go a long way to alleviate the transportation crisis in Lagos, because it is quite a crisis when you look at when you take a look at how traffic does a strong thing in this state.
Launching is one thing, maintenance is another thing.
You are right. You are very right. Maintenance. Shall they say there's no charging port on the because if there was a charging port, some people would just go and just
go there, exactly.
Go and come back and all of that. So let's maintain our infrastructure. So something came up yesterday, of course. An artist, a musical artist, passed on. We don't exactly know the details surrounding it, but we wanted to mention something because a video of Mohbad, that's the artist, an interview prior to his passing was trending, and it was quite obvious that of course, he was not okay with a number of things that were happening with him. You know, he was in a particular label, and he left the label, and so he was blacklisted, as it were, and he complained about it. But you wanted to talk about mental health, you know, and all of that. And for me, whichever way, when things are going okay and not going okay, I feel it's a very important thing to talk about. But then talks about this tend to move up when things like this happen.
No, first of all, so it's alleged that he actually passed because or due to an ear infection. Alleged, anyways, that he went to the hospital to actually treat it. They gave him an injection, and after that, he passed out, and they couldn't resuscitate him anymore. So it's really sad. But anyways, then the video that came out now, this is the issue. So talking about mental health for men. And I think that's another reason Mike was ready for that conversation, because that was literally the focus of it. Because talking about checking on your male friends and checking on your
well, check. Don't check. See what you do. It's a very simple thing. Someone said something, and that's true. I went back to think about how many times, as guys, have we been sent money? How many times have you said money? Because wait, calm down. I say you were the one that brought the topic. So mental health, guys, you know. Someone said something about how we've seen in different religions how important money can be. Some people say it answers all things. Some people say it's almost everything. Yes, we know a lot is centered around it. But in that way, his push was that, of course, if he was denied denied the chance to perform at shows, that means that he wasn't making as much as he would have. So it also centers around that. So someone said something that a female friend sent him 30K. And it seemed like the world wanted to come down because he cannot remember if it has ever happened. And then we guys had to think about, when did your female friends, MMO has promised me?
Alicia has promised.
Not money. Let's not even just go. Let's not even talk about me. But that's the thing. But I feel like, and there's this discussion that was trending about this influencer, I don't know, who said that she earns so much, and you know, I don't know if it was how she said something about how I will not pay that no matter how much I earn, I'm not going to contribute to bills. So there's that thing that
she was saying that she needs a man who can pay her bills, and yet she earns up to 5 to 65 million in a month. Right.
Okay. What I think about this particular issue, anyways, is, I mean, yeah, money is there. Do that if you can. But then again, because we women, right, most times we can express through various ways, like crying and all of that. But you guys always have, like, please just leave me alone.
Just open it. If you are talking, you can show the people an example. 20888 Just open it. It can be. It can just be.
We know,
but then we cannot.
They have taken their lives.
Yeah, we
like,
cannot overemphasize the need for us, for we as humans, to take care of our mental health. It is very important. Yesterday, we're talking about the role of the government as well in making sure that therapists are easily affordable and accessible as well, especially in this climate. So even I think at this point, everybody has a role. You have a role. Even our organizations have a certain level of responsibility to also ensure that our mental health.
I would say that Africa, we should not stigmatize therapy. We should inculcate into our lifestyle. Therapy is needed.
Yeah.
In some ways.
The men especially.
Our therapy, just send us a lot. Send me a lot. I'll be okay. All right, let's take a time and I'll stay with us. We'll be back with the show after this.